Hello everyone. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today we're looking at Zelda Twilight Princess, and this is the song Hidden Village, and I guess the theme is Western. By the way, I don't think there was much ragtime in these Old West villages, although they depict them on the Old Westerns, because that music developed in Missouri, which was in the Midwest. Anyways, so let's look at Hidden Village, and the first thing I want to point out to you is the tempo. So the original tempo, it says, is 138, and that is how I did the cover. And then it also suggests 124. So let's look at those both. So what I use is the best kind of a metronome is like this. It's called a pendulum bass. And you can see that the numbers will go up and down here. Take it out, and it moves on a pendulum. It's like a string on a winder. And the way you find the number is, it's right at the top of the number. See if I can show it on the camera. So this is 138. So I just want to play that first so you get the idea of what 138 is. And this is the quarter note. Try it again. Okay, so let's try it at 124. So again, I will move it. You move it up a little bit to make it slower. So it's based on the fact that 60 is the second. So if you think of it that way, 60 is the second. So 120, if you think of 120, that's twice as fast as a second. So it's a little tiny bit faster than a second. And they don't actually have that marking here. It's 126, so I'll just put it kind of right in between. I don't know if you can see that. Right in between there. And this is the suggested, probably because the piano is called easy piano, but it's still not that easy. And so forth. So always start slow. So this is one way to build up to a fast speed. So you could start maybe, let's say you started at 88 is usually a good marker to start at. So this is 88. Now what happens is, then you would move it up a notch until you get it perfect for those few measures. So let's say you move it up just one notch. And it won't even be perceptible to your hearing, but you'll feel it in your fingers. So I moved it up to 96. That's actually two notches, but... And also what happens is you're training your muscles to synchronize with both hands, or both hands synchronize with each other at the same speed. If you're just working on one hand, then the other hand might need to catch up. So always do two hands when you're moving that metronome up. Okay, so I would suggest you just start it maybe at 88. So for purposes of learning this, I'm just going to play it pretty slow. So the first thing you see is this wiggly line. That means you roll the chord. That means usually it's from the bottom to the top. but not in the left hand. So I would suggest you pedal it every measure. So you change it every measure. And it's just E to A. And then kind of emphasize the beginning of the next measure. So you hear the beat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, now here they have marked 2-1. What that means is you're going to hold the 2 down and then switch to 1 so that you can reach up to the F. Now, really at the high speed that it's going, it's not necessary. You can just kind of hit it hard and get up there and it'll still ring through. So what they want you to do is like this. So let me do that again. So you go 2, switch to 1. And then 3, and you get your hand pretty quick up to in the B section. Okay, now here's a jump. So you got 4 in your right hand, and it will switch to 1. Now again, you don't have to do that. You can just hit it pretty hard and jump up there. It is a lot to switch. I mean, it takes a little practice. So in other words, from the measure before, and then you switch, and then you go to C, B, G, E. Now these next ones are not eighth notes, they're quicker because the left hand is going much faster. Okay, again at 2 measures before C. So 4. Now one way you can do this is time it so that you're going with the left hand. So when you get to that G, you switched. Like that. Let me do that again. D, just bring 3 all the way down. This is a return to the A theme. It gets quieter. And it says fade out. So you could just repeat it and then end like that on the E. Okay, so I hope that helps. And okay, it was composed by Toru Managishi. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. And oh, one more thing. I just wanted to apologize for not putting this up yesterday. So I'm trying to stick to Wednesday, Saturday. I had a long day yesterday. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.